gave the guys in the booth a heart attack. But you've said that this offseason for you was about self-scouting. When you went back and looked at the tape of yourself, just what did you see that you wanted to improve?
Yeah, I think what I learned from, what I learned from guys like him and stuff like that, you always try to find little ways to improve. So I was going back.
I see Bobby Wagner sneaking up over here, so I'm a little nervous about something potentially going down. Okay, he's gone away. Your own self-scout, what did you see?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to clean up some footwork things. Another year in the system helped out a lot, so I was super happy about keeping Cliff. And now the game kind of slowed down a little bit more for me.
Your teammates love you. You went out of your way to get that ball for Bill. Why did you do that?
It was his first one. I remember my first one. Terry and Zach, they made sure I got my first one, so it was only right. He was too excited. You know, he scored, so I had to go get the ball for him.
And you mentioned Terry McLaurin. Just how frustrating has it been to not have him out here?
I know he'll be coming through the door soon. I just got to do what I got to do daily. I know he's working hard, and hopefully moving forward soon, we can get back out there and get some reps on.
In the meantime, what have you liked about getting to know Deebo Samuel a little bit?
I mean, y'all seen it the first play of the game. Just the electricity he brings, and you know, he kind of set the tone for us moving forward. He's just a good player in this league.
The expectations so high surrounding this team this season. You're not going to be surprising anybody anymore. Just what are your own goals, your own expectations for this season, Jaden?
Yeah, I think for us is how can we be better each and every day as a team. Ultimately in this game, all 32 teams in this league are competing for championships. So I think that's kind of just the goal, is to compete for a championship. But you know, you got to take the daily steps to get there.
We know about Terry. We know about Deebo, what he brings. What about the rookie, Jalen Lane? What have you seen from him?
Man, he gets better each and every day. Smart kid. He is willing to learn, and he's out here making some plays, so I'm happy for him.
Got a wealth of weapons. How good can this offense be?
I guess we got to see come week one.
All right, good luck to you the rest of the season. Guys.
Lisa, thank you. He's 24 years old. He comes off older than that. He is the leader with
that interaction with Bobby Wagner and Jaden Daniels right then during that interview really shows the family and the togetherness and how close that team is. For a 14-year veteran to be interacting like that with his franchise quarterback in his second year, pretty obvious that Jaden Daniels is the leader of this team and has been a great teammate and has really galvanized the entire group.
Yeah, you see the resume. The other rookie quarterbacks to get to the conference championship, Brock Purdy, Mark Sanchez, Joe Flacco, Big Ben, Sean King, none of them were the team engine, I would say, that Jaden Daniels was. I think all those quarterbacks were young. They were outstanding, but there was a lot more going on. Jaden Daniels had it on him, and he's the guy that led them to the championship game.
Yeah, didn't necessarily have a great running game overall without his running, and didn't have this dominant defense.
Here's Brooks cutting back. Josh Brooks gets a block and a big run. Nice carry by the rookie Brooks. Igbenogany forces him out, but a 14-yard gain. And a nice job blocking out there on the edge.
Yeah, some really good blocking once he reverses field and comes back the other way. Isaiah Williams, 18 wide receiver. There's a big block right there at the edge. And Isaiah Williams at wide receiver. Andrew Coker, the tackle who cleaned somebody out that helped spring him. A lot of times you reverse field. Barry Sanders could do it, but not many can.
Here's Browning airing it out for Jones, and he can't stay in bounds.
You know, I'll follow up on Jaden Daniels in that year last year, Joe. Two things impressed me about his year. One was when you have a rookie quarterback, usually you're going to turn the ball over a lot. And yet he protected the football. They were top 10 in terms of not turning the ball over, which really helped them. The defense wasn't creating a lot of takeaways either, so they would have been in a lot of hurt had they been turning the ball over. And then as he went through the year, he got so good at getting through his progressions and not having to rely on the first guy like so many young quarterbacks do. He really developed as the year went along.
Here's Brooks trying to show a little bit more between the tackles this time, and Taj gets a couple. While we were talking to Jaden Daniels, I don't want to short Mitchell Tinsley. Mitch, who's a receiver they like, they're a little bit stuck with numbers, but he made a nice catch and picked up a first down, and then another one to Charlie Jones, and seen some good stuff here last few plays from Jake Browning.
Yeah, and for a lot of these guys, even though there may not be a place on this team, all these scouts around the league are watching the film, and so whatever they put out there, there's 31 other teams that are taking a look, and so you're showcasing what you can do for the entire league.
Browning has to slide, able to find his tight end, I believe, Hudson. And Hudson is able to fight for a first down. What a good play. Made 19 catches last year, and that was all effort to get a fresh set.
Yeah, really nice job, Jake Browning, get outside the pocket. And Tanner Hudson, who's gotten a lot of opportunities in this game, just fighting his way and helping pick up the first down. And what a luxury Cincinnati has with Jake Browning. A couple of years ago, his rookie year with Joe Burrow going down and Browning having to step in, and he had 7 starts that rookie year, went 4-3, and at least gave him a chance. But to have a backup that knows his role and has won some games in the league is big.
Brooks gets a couple. Threw for 1,900 yards that year, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And so they are set at the backup quarterback position. They also have Desmond Ridder on this roster and a rookie Peyton Thorne, and we are going to see Desmond Ridder before the end of the night.
We'll get a chance to look at him. Now, last year, the Bengals only kept 2 quarterbacks. So it's Jake Browning as the backup, and unless they make the change and go with 3, that's what it'll look like going into the year.
Tight end Cam Grandy with the catch. And third down coming up.
I watched Browning last week, and as you mentioned, didn't get much time last year. And again, going back to playing in these preseason games, especially when you've been able to play and have some starts and you're wanting to showcase what you can do and you're competitive, and you're in there with a lot of young players, and it can look pretty ugly for a quarterback.
Third down.
They threw a flag, they picked it up. And so third down coming up for Browning. Grandy made that catch. He is one of 6 tight ends they have. And all 6 have a chance in their own way to make a case for making this roster. And we talked about them adding former first-round pick Noah Fant here recently, and they're going to use him a lot. Third down and 6. I think that's a false start.
Yeah, it was Jake Browning being a third-year veteran. He was trying to draw off Washington.
False start. Number 79 offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
He was trying to draw off the defense, which was smart on his part here on third down, seeing if maybe he could pick up an easy 5 and make it even a shorter third down. But instead he drew his own guy, Andrew Coker.
And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning here at Landover. Been a fun game. 14-14 is the score. Some individual highlights in this one. Here on the 18th of August on Monday Night Football.
Jason Kelsey and these NFL fans are going wild. That's because NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV gives you every game every Sunday all in one place. High stakes, incredible plays, non-stop action, unforgettable moments, all your favorite teams. Right in your living room, which is about to get real wild in there. NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, every game, every Sunday.
Makes us worry more. I want my childhood back.
Protect their childhood with Gab. Kids safe phones and watches with no internet, no social media, and no worries. Gab, safely connected.
With 4imprint, you get more than promo products. You get the certainty of personal service, design expertise, and unmatched quality to make your moment shine. Be 4imprint certain at 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
Whether it's care before or after school, or a sitter for date night, you don't have to hire just anyone. You can find a background-checked caregiver who's the right fit for you. Join now and find care at care.com.
With Stamps.com, you can print stamps and shipping labels whenever, wherever. So you save time and money and skip waiting in lines. Start your risk-free trial today at Stamps.com.
If you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet.
I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry about any of that. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm...
He had 7 starts. That rookie year went 4-3 and at least gave him a chance, but to have a backup that knows his role and has won some games in the league is big.
Brooks gets a couple. Threw for 1,900 yards that year, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And so they are set at the backup quarterback position. They also have Desmond Ridder on this roster and a rookie Peyton Thorne, and we are going to see Desmond Ridder before the end of the night.
We'll get a chance to look at him. Now, last year, the Bengals only kept 2 quarterbacks, so it's Jake Browning as the backup, and unless they make the change and go with 3, that's what it'll look like going into the year.
Tight end Cam Grandy with the catch. And third down coming up.
You know, I watched Browning last week, and as you mentioned, didn't get much time last year. And again, going back to playing in these preseason games, especially when you've been able to play and have some starts and you're wanting to showcase what you can do and you're competitive, and you know you're in there with a lot of young players, and it can look pretty ugly for a quarterback.
Third down.
They threw a flag, they picked it up, and so third down coming up for Browning. Grandy made that catch. He is one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tight ends they have, and all 6 have a chance in their own way to make a case for making this roster. And we talked about them adding former first-round pick Noah Fant here recently, and they're going to use him a lot. Third down and 6. I think that's a false start.
Yeah, it was Jake Browning being a third-year veteran. He was trying to draw off Washington.
False start. Number 79 offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
He was trying to draw off the defense, which was smart on his part here on third down, seeing if maybe he could pick up an easy 5 and make it even a shorter third down. But instead, he drew his own guy, Andrew Coker.
And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Been a fun game. 14-14 is the score. Some individual highlights in this one. Here on the 18th of August on Monday Night Football.
Jason Kelce and these NFL fans are going wild. That's because NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV gives you every game every Sunday all in one place. High stakes. Incredible plays, non-stop action, unforgettable moments, all your favorite teams, right in your living room, which is about to get real wild in there. NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, every game, every Sunday.
Makes us worry more. I want my childhood back.
Protect their childhood with Gab. Kids-safe phones and watches with no internet, no social media, and no worries. Gab, safely connected.
With 4imprint, you get more than promo products. You get the certainty of personal service, design expertise, and unmatched quality to make your moment shine. Be 4imprint certain at 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
Whether it's care before or after school, or a sitter for date night, you don't have to hire just anyone. you can find a background-checked caregiver who's the right fit for you. Join now and find care at care.com.
With Stamps.com, you can print stamps and shipping labels whenever, wherever. So you save time and money and skip waiting in lines. Start your risk-free trial today at Stamps.com.
If you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet.
I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry about any of that. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm...
And that's it.
You know, you think going into a game like that or into a season for Caleb Williams that Ben Johnson is going to bring some things that are going to help him. One is a run game. Two is the play-action game and getting guys to be able to create some separation, and that was all on display. Now, can it continue? It's going to look a lot different for Caleb Williams going up against that Brian Flores defense for Minnesota week 1. But on the flip side of that game, J.J. McCarthy, not all first starts are created equal. And for him in his second year and an entire offseason and having learned the offense a year ago and all that goes with that, knowing how to be a pro, it's going to look a lot different this year than it might have last year.
This is, well, they haven't blown it dead. Now they do. It looked like an incomplete pass, but they're going to let him play on as it is returned for a touchdown for the moment. Cam Arnold is into the end zone with a ball.
Rolling on the field, quarterback lost possession before his passing arm came forward.
Let's see.
Fumble was recovered by the defense in advance.
Well, Russell Yerk is alongside, and Russell Yerk, tell us what you see. That's awfully close to an incomplete pass.
It is. I see some control of that ball as the hand starts forward. To me, that's an incomplete pass, and I would expect them to review and reverse this.
They appropriately let the
previous play is under review.
We're inside 2 minutes, so it's under review. But there, that ball's still in his hand after it gets tipped, and he's able to go forward with it.
Yeah, correct. He's got control, even if it's with some fingers and
after
the thumb.
Replay review, it's an incomplete pass. Second down.
Cleveland Farrell is the one who got in there for Washington. Great job with that expedited look. And they got the call right.
Please reset the game clock to 119. 119.
Yeah, well done by the officials. Well done by you too, Russell. I mean, you're unlike me. I'll speak for myself. You're mid-season.
Preseason for everybody, Troy. Preseason.
Second down and 10 as the Bengals offense comes back out there as they set up at the 40 in this tie game with 1:19 to go. Pressure. Browning got hit, delivered a strike, and there again is Mitch Tinsley. He's a big target, 6'1", 205, second-year pro out of Penn State. And that's good for 23.
This is an outstanding job by Jake Browning. He feels pressure. He knows he's going to get hit. He has to lay it out there for Tinsley to have a chance, and he did perfectly.
Backpedaling, and that ball, did he catch that?
He did.
Unbelievable. Tinsley with a one-handed grab. He tipped it to himself and going to the ground, able to secure it for the catch. That's back-to-back plays. Jacob Martin.
Cincinnati, 30-second timeout.
What a catch. That's back-to-back plays. Jacob Martin has had pressure for Washington. Watch this.
It's a great job by him just staying with it. Again, with pressure, he just has to kind of unload it and just give him an opportunity. And he comes back, and 2 nice plays now on the football by Tinsley, trying to make a case.
Timeout is taken before a 2nd down and 6 by the Bengals. They're down to 1. They're not going to look at that catch. 48 seconds left in the half. And Browning's made some nice throws. Floated to the sideline and incomplete for Hudson. And now 3rd and 6.
Well, I mentioned it for Jake Browning. You're rolling a lot of guys in up front, and we've seen him having to throw the football, knowing he's going to take some hits, having to anticipate with a group of receivers that he doesn't have a whole lot of time with. And even that last throw, he's got a pocket that's pushed back into his lap. And I spent a lot of preseason games watching Jason Garrett battle through some tough situations with a lot of young players trying to compete and do the best that he could. Not easy.
Jason will be texting you soon. 3rd down and 6. Perfect throw and a catch by Kendrick Pryor. And Browning could not have dropped it in there any better. 20 yards and into the red zone go the Bengals.
So really nice route against this 2-deep look and knowing exactly where the hole was within that zone coverage. Right in behind the corner, and Browning, yeah, he's just showing some of the savvy that he has as a 3rd-year player now in the league at quarterback. But a nice job also by Pryor, kind of slowing it down a little bit, knowing that he was in the hole and don't get away from it and make it a more difficult throw for your quarterback.
On 1st down, end zone, Tinsley with a spinning catch. And I'll say he is opening up some eyes.
He sure is. He certainly is, because he's already made a couple tough catches, and this one was the best of the bunch. The ball it's perfectly thrown by Browning. He's got to have great body control, strong hands to be able to come back to that on that outside shoulder throw, and he makes a heck of a play.
Well, you ask Zach Taylor, head coach of the Bengals, Jamar Chase loving it, who has stood out to him among the backup receivers, and the first name he said was Mitch Tinsley.
Yeah, this guy, he's showing that he can play in the National Football League tonight.
4 targets, 4 catches, 52 yards, and that spinning touchdown to put Cincinnati on top. And Browning, terrific.
Yeah, that wasn't easy for him. I mean, he was under a lot of duress on a lot of those throws. Here's a better look at that route. You know, it's just a simple fade with a press corner down here in the red zone. And, you know, you've got a defender who's on top. You recognize it, able to throw it on that outside shoulder. But being able to make that kind of move, of course, he's been watching it all training camp with 2 of the best in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's a great job. Good night by Tinsley.
We will hear from Joe Burrow in the 3rd quarter. He was involved in 3 possessions tonight. Led the team on touchdown drives of 58 yards and 70 yards. Took some hits. Comes out of this unscathed. And with 34 seconds left, McPherson will kick it away for Cincinnati. And he drives Kaz Allen into the end zone. Allen up to the 25. Here is one of the touchdown drives by Joe Burrow tonight.
Yeah, this is pretty good. When they opened up, they got it to Yossi Vosh, and they come back to Charlie Jones, and Yossi Vosh once again. And then they're able to get the touchdown on what was really Joe Burrow's best throw of the night.
So week 1, 9 of 10 against the Eagles. Tonight, 9 of 14, but ended his night completing his last 5 passes. Picked! Intercepted by Cincinnati. And Barrett Carter, a linebacker who they think is a steal from the draft. 4th round pick from Clemson. A return of 13 yards. And the interception sets up Cincinnati with 20 seconds left in the half. What a moment for the rookie.
This is so good by him. He has to carry the middle of the field. And so he turns, recognizes pass. He's staying on top. But once his receiver pulls up, he puts his foot in the ground and comes back to the football. This was a position as a group that they had to improve. They just were not as solid as they needed to be or what they had been in the past. Logan Wilson, who had been battling through an injury last year, they make 2 draft picks in Demetrius Knight and Barrett Carter. And Carter has really been impressive. Both of them have really up to this point. But Carter does an outstanding job. And that really is his strength. Going back to Clemson was his ability to play coverage. He was textbook on that play.
Under 20 to go, end zone shot. Tinsley, come on. Did he catch it? Touchdown is the call. Have a night, Mitchell Tinsley.
Well, if you're Washington, Joe, this was a young man in Mitchell Tinsley who began his career with the Washington Commanders. And he goes up and makes a play. Another one. He has definitely shown that he's going to be on a roster this year. If it's not in Cincinnati, it'll be somewhere else. But if you're Washington right now watching this guy, you'd say, boy, we could sure use him right now with the Terry McLaurin situation.
Again, he is 6'1", 205, so he's a big target. And Browning to Tinsley on consecutive offensive plays. This one after the interception by the rookie Barrett Carter. And the young quarterback in his second year, Sam Hartman, has had a rough night.
Boy, I mean, the ball placement there was as good as it gets again, but Tinsley's got to go up there and make a play on that. He's going up against a guy who's 6'2", 200 pounds, and he goes up over the top and makes another nice catch. Not an easy play either.
Here's the one that he just had a moment ago, that spinning grab. Again, great ball placement, and Tinsley able to secure it going to the ground.
Well, when you have guys down here in the red zone that are able to go up and make plays on the football like Tinsley has shown now twice, those are hard guys to see walk.
I mean, again, his head coach mentioned him by name, so this is not out of nowhere for Mitch Tinsley, but I mean, they are stacked on the outside in Cincinnati. Look at Browning, 10 of 14, and he was under pressure, as you said. It was not clean pocket after clean pocket. He made some throws.
Tell Browning's been making throws to Tinsley in practice.
Yep.
Been his go-to guy.
Kaz Allen gets flipped. Bengals have put up 14 points in the last 20 seconds. Kaz Allen for 31 yards as Marco Wilson comes in and hits him low. And up and over he goes. Giving our new director, Artie Kemner, is giving that a 9.5.
Yeah.
Steve Ackles in the truck. Joyo, our technical director. We've brought back so many people who help us with stats and numbers and support every week, and it's good to have everybody back together. Well, Hartman takes the knee, and that'll do it for the first half. And in a blink, this went from a 14-14 game to 28-14, and night of a lifetime for Mitchell Tinsley. Let's go down to Lisa.
Dan, Jaden said he wishes he could have gotten more than 4 plays, but why were 4 plays enough for you?
Yeah, he was itching for more. There's no doubt about it. He's had an excellent camp, and I wanted to get the game experience in to get going. But we really also were digging in at a lot of spots. I'm pleased with how we're running the ball. We've got to take care of it better and create some takeaways defensively, but that was the reason.
On the other side of the ball, I know you've got a lot of guys who aren't playing tonight, but I also know you don't care about that.
That's
just
correct.
What has concerned you about your defense, especially on those last 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, number one, I want to make sure we're tackling well, top of the pile. And then past that, I want to make sure our communication's on point, and that's really challenge people. We're at our best when we're down and challenging in the pass game. They've got a good passing offense, but we've got to challenge more in the second half.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Lisa, thank you. From owner Josh Harris to general manager Adam Peters to head coach Dan Quinn in his second year, they are in good position here in Landover with the Washington Commanders. 14-point game, Bengals on top. The Allstate halftime comes your way next.
go, bud. Hurry up. Come on.
I'm a baseball dad. Just because I didn't go pro doesn't mean my kid won't.
See me that. No pressure, kid. Just everyone watching.
Coach says it doesn't matter if you win or lose the game, but that's what losers say. You got to swivel those hips, right? And you got to swing. Or! And if you don't have the right insurance, you can be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
This is the Allstate Halftime.
Welcome to the Allstate Halftime alongside Ryan Clark, Jason Kelsey, Marcus Spears, Scott Van Pelt with you. Have a night, Mitchell Tinsley. Those are
oh my God.
Those are Sunday catches on a Monday night in the preseason. That's great. Good for him.
Yep.
Happy to see a young man make the most of the opportunity. Swag, on the other hand, was not thrilled to see Joe Burrow running in circles, putting himself in harm's way. What do you got for me, Swag?
Hey, Joe. No. Brother, listen, okay, I get it. The starts of the season, miss me with all of that foolishness. Number one is Joe got to be smarter than this. Yeah. That's number one. And then Zach Taylor, to that point, got to protect him. Look, man, you ain't going out there no more. After this would have happened, that was it. But then he goes in and gets hit again. This is the absolute worst possible scenario of your pseudo, I'm trying not to slow start during the season. I don't care what nobody say. Joe Burrow might go throw for 500 yards in the first game, which is highly likely with what he has. But this situation it's never been right to me. It's never been right. And for him to do that out there was totally disrespectful to me.
Is there any Swag would like a word. Is there a dissenting view on the set? I mean, do you guys feel like you get what Cincinnati's trying to do?
Yeah, I do. I absolutely get what they're trying to do. They're trying to say we're going to do something different. And I think Joe Burrow, as the leader, is saying that we're going to do something different. There were camps that he's missed with injuries. There's been slow starts because people were waiting on contracts to be done. Joe Burrow is saying, as the leader, I'm going to step forward and be the guy to set the example that the preseason matters, that practice matters. But even as Swag says, though, he has to be smart about the way he goes about it, and I don't feel like he did that.
He shouldn't even be doing that in the regular season. Like, what are you doing running around in circles like this?
Think about that. He wouldn't do that.
He's pressing because he knows the sense of urgency is right now. And, I would have pulled him after the first one. Sometimes you got to save somebody from themselves.
Absolutely.
That's well put. Every training camp, there's a guy that becomes like sort of a sensation on the internet. This guy's doing this, this guy's doing that. For Washington, it's been Bill Krosky-Merritt. There's been a ton of talk about that. I asked his OC, Cliff Kingsbury, is this a guy for real? And he said, look, he's flashed every time we've given him an opportunity. We saw it again tonight. What do you see from this young man?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, both of the teams picked up right where they left off. Cincinnati still can't stop the run, but Washington looks pretty dang good. Right. They sat Brian Robinson down, Bill Krosky-Merritt, 2 carries for 32 yards. Explosive.
I might have been able to pick up a first down.
Not a lot, dude. I mean, that was a pretty big hole.
This is a guy, though, he transferred schools, right? He didn't get to play a ton at Arizona, but they talked about him in the offseason as being a guy that flashed. And now you see him in this game. And Adam mentioned the fact that Brian Robinson didn't necessarily fit what they wanted to do from a shotgun run formation and situation, but it seems like this explosiveness works.
Yes. And Rodriguez ran well on the opportunities that he had as well. And you obviously know what Eckler can do in that backfield, as it appears Washington will transition from the man they know as B-Rob there in his 3 years out of Alabama. When we continue, that was news that Adam Schefter shared with us a little bit earlier. He will stop by with more on some quarterback situations in the league. That's next, right after this.
You're watching the Allstate Halftime. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a Pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend, designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel, so you can lose more sweat and earn a place in history. Gatorade. Is it in you? Peekaboo.
Aren't you gonna miss the game?
No, I've got NFL Plus. It's on my phone.
Get
live, local, and primetime games on mobile with NFL Plus. Keep the NFL in reach.
Welcome back to the All-State Halftime.
Couple of late touchdowns. Bengals up 28-14 at the half. Adam Schefter alongside. Preseason, the late games help bring the regular season into focus. With that in mind, a couple of quarterback developments on this Monday. What can you share beginning in L.A.?
Scott, the good news for the Rams was Matthew Stafford was back at practice today. 26 throws. It was his first practice of the summer. And doctors are optimistic that he will be ready for the Rams' regular season opener against the Houston Texans, who have a powerful pass rush. There is concern within the Rams organization. They're taking this day by day. But in the end, they do believe that the ultra-tough Stafford will be there. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns made a starting quarterback decision to the surprise of nobody. Joe Flacco wins the starting quarterback job. And that's really not the question. The question is, who is going to back up Joe Flacco on opening day when they play the Cincinnati Bengals? Will it be Dylan Gabriel? Will it be Shedeur Sanders? Will it be Kenny Pickett? But Joe Flacco won that job without ever taking a snap in a preseason game. And then there are two quarterback battles left in the NFL. The Indianapolis Colts and Shane Steichen, their head coach, say they want to make a decision soon between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. We'll see what direction they go. And the New Orleans Saints have Spencer Rattler right now vying for that starting job with Tyler Shuck.
And we expect to know this week in both those situations?
Colts, yes. Saints, not far away.
All right. Adam Schefter, always the man to follow with the information when it breaks. You know where to find all that. And look what we find on SportsCenter. Welcome back, Rich Eisen, hosting SportsCenter for the first time since 2003. All the highlights from all the action. Mina Kimes joins Rich in studio about the seasons that are ahead for Cincinnati and Washington. And Rich picks a special top 10 from the NFL since he last hosted SportsCenter. So he's got 20 years to parse through. That'll be spectacular. Welcome back, Rich Eisen. Like you never left. That's all on the way after the second half from just outside the nation's capital. Bengals doubling up Washington. Enjoy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you for watching the All-State Halftime.
His family and yours were with Tara during the holidays when she misses home the most. Thanks to Tara supporters were with all service members and their families who need connection, comfort, all the way from home. Are you with them? Learn more at yoursold.org today.